Hey, welcome back YouTube, likes, comments, subs, all that stuff helps the channel grow, and it's completely free. Okay, so, Grand Circuit time.
Well then, shall we?
This place was only in cutscenes, I think, in the last game. I don't think we actually got to just walk around it. Did we? I could be wrong. So this is the Grand Circuit. I'm sure you're no stranger to this place, but with your passion for all things car related. I drop by to catch a race every now and then, yeah. I also come here during my rounds, since people post for SPGs here. Did you hear there's gonna be a Grand Prix exhibition race today? I read about it in the Terrell Times. They said Maxim Lugan will be taking part. Then it ought to be a damn good show. You know, it's hard to imagine a bunch of murders taking place among all this peaceful hustle and bustle. That's exactly what happened, and only 2 weeks ago at that. Actual scene of the crime is in the back alley, a little ways away from here. Full 2 weeks have passed between then and now, so I doubt we'll find as many clues as we did in Riverside. Never know till you try. In any event, let's head to the street on our left. It's over in that general area. Okie dokie. So, I think we're still broke. I don't think we've gotten any more money.
Let's see what we got.
This is gonna be weird to say, but I'm gonna say it anyway. I hope there's less side quests in this game. Seeing as I'm a victim of being a person that always needs to do every side quest ever, I have no money. Why am I going to the stores? I have no money. I can't buy anything. Yeah, seeing as I'm a victim of always doing every side quest ever, if there's less in this game, that would kind of be nice. What's this doing here? What in the world is this? Couldn't say, but it's bizarre as all hell. Understatement of the year. Why is it here in the middle of the city? You don't suppose it's an explosive device? Nah, I'm not getting a whiff of anything dangerous. Looks like it's fitted with some sort of orbital locking mechanism. If that's all the protection it's got, I might actually be able to get it open. By what means? Why not give me a little trick for this kind of thing? Might as well give it a shot. Chests with orbital locks. Certain treasure boxes are equipped with orbital locks that can only be opened via hacking. Hacking, you'll switch to a mode where you control my way through an orbital maze. Oh, there's hacking in this game now. Okay.
Leave it to me.
Quickly navigate through the maze using left and... Okay. Oh, ow. Well, that's a beginner's trap. It's like the definition of a beginner's trap. Oh god. Run away. Input the code before the yellow meter runs out. Press triangle to enter input code.
This is kid stuff. No sweat.
Well, I don't know what I was expecting, but look at this.
This thing's as good as unlocked.
I never knew opening chests would be hard. I mean, this one wasn't. So we got an arch driver of amber. Swappable and ours. Mobile menu. I got 2 SP for that. Let's go. I see. So it's a hacking system to use a holo as an avatar. Perhaps I should call it a feature specific to your holo in particular. It renders the protection as a virtual space and disables it through a specialized procedure. I never tried it before though. Glad I didn't embarrass myself. Your tricks of the trade never fail to surprise me. Just try not to use them for anything illicit. On a separate note, what do you suppose this was doing here in the first place? Good question. Almost feels like they wanted somebody to crack it. Doesn't seem dangerous though, so we can take on any others we find down the road too. Not a speck of prudence in you, is there? Are we gonna finally get an answer to who put all the chests around the world in trails? Quartz, circuits made from Sabbath. By plugging them into common ornaments, you can activate all kinds of effects. I don't remember how we got them in the last game. Hey, they gave us ones to start with. I thought this was going to be pointless. It is not. Okay. Sure. You're the main character, you get main character. Oh, never mind. They're just equipped by other people. Never mind, we don't have new ones. Okay, never mind. I stand corrected. That said... Oh, wait.
Modifying your ornament, are you?
Yeah, we don't... Okay, there's not really much else we can do.
Let me handle this.
Doesn't look like it anyway. Yeah, okay. Or wait, was it one of...
Let me handle this.
Ah, it's one of these, okay. I don't like this ornament system. I've said that from before, and I will say that again. So here you have Argent Thorn, Breath. Breath heals. You have Tear, Escura, Earth Guard. Ooh, I like Earth Guard. Okay, I'm giving you Amber. That's actually pretty good. You could have Amber. Trying to see if that fits the definition of a maze. It probably will later. But that was the tutorial one, so... But I'm guessing it very much will later. When the Kingdom Hearts were coded, is it? Good way of wording it. So crime scene just past here, yeah? Must be blocked off for construction or something. Actually, the CID put this here to stave off any curious onlookers. Public was informed that there was a shootout between rival gangs. They found a few unidentified descendants here, like in Riverside. Normally, I'd vote to bust this wall down and let ourselves in, but there's too many people around here. Besides, I doubt there'll be many leftover clues to sniff out, like you said earlier. So now let's get on the Ferris wheel. We might learn something over the Grand Prix. Okay. A lot of people come and go this way because of it. If we're lucky, we might find someone there who remembers what happened that night. Suppose we have nothing to lose at this point. Yumi and Paulette are there now, yes? Why don't we check up on them? Sounds good to me. But we're not supposed to know their names yet. The game didn't specify it. So you're Lane giving spoilers.
Exhibition races are still open to the public, yes?
Yeah, but I think they're almost over.
I use the crosswalk. I'm a good citizen. They are mazes? Okay. You heard it. You heard it here first. They are mazes.
And that's a wrap.
Yay!
This exhibition race is Maxim Lugan.
Remember, guys, we don't
He
need
has
him anymore.
claimed victory in the prelude to this season's C1 Grand Prix Finals.
Okay, well, I enjoyed that line of voice acting. That was rather exciting. I know they broadcast these on the radio and on screens, but it's so much more engaging in person. Yeah, you said it. Yeah, those 3 seconds were exhilarating, honestly. Champ's been on a roll lately. He's just getting better and better all the time. Yeah, but he still can't afford to rest on his laurels, or he'll be left in the dust by this year's new rising star. Which is the 209 Grand Prix is going to be an event to remember. I can feel it. Well, color me intrigued. Perhaps I'll keep an eye on the finals then. Alright, once things settle down a little, we can start casing the place. I English. Okay. Don't know there's anything specific to do.
Welcome to the Grand Circle.
We're not going full Julie mode, so. Hey, there's everybody's favorite reporter from this
Congratulations on
arc.
getting first place again. You always make it look so effortless. Tell me, how do you manage to get win after win?
Ah, well, the years of training helps with that, but my secret sauce is the undying love and support I get from my fans. I dedicate this victory to those wonderful angels in the stands.
Maxim, over here! You've shot your way into my heart, my
If only those girls knew what that dork is like when he isn't behind the wheel.
I'm sure Marielle, at least, is well aware.
Oh, okay, now we can call them by their names.
Hiya, Van. I didn't know you were here. Oh, and Elaine's here too. Hey, hey.
Hey, hey.
Good afternoon, you two.
No, you're supposed to say hey, hey. You got it wrong, Elaine.
Hello there. I don't often see the two of you together. Could it be?
Oh, we're just teaming up for a small job. That's all.
I was only able to catch the tail end of the race, but it was quite exhilarating, wasn't it?
Maxim was super cool. He went like zoom, zoom, and beat all those other guys.
I'll give the man this. When it comes to driving a car, he's in a class all his own. And that said, he's got some competition for once. There's an up-and-coming racer who might actually give him a run for his Mira.
It will certainly be interesting to see who comes out on top in the finals. If he's too focused on the stands rather than the track in front of him, like today, victory might slip between his fingers.
Your hair is clipping through your finger.
Wow, you're pretty hard on the guy.
I can't wait for the finals. I'm gonna cheer him on extra hard.
I'm sure that will give him the push he needs.
On behalf of the sponsors, the trophy will be presented by a very special guest, the Princess of Alzheim, Zita Oswald.
Congratulations, Mr. Lugan. That race was a sight to behold. I'm very much looking forward to seeing how you'll fare in the finals.
I mean, you're no Chloe.
Well, I suppose I'll have to work twice as hard then. I wouldn't dare disappoint such a lovely young princess.
She's a princess? Wow!
I'm not sure about flirting with a lady in front of the mother of your child, but what do I know?
I didn't realize Prince Sharid had a sister.
I mean, everybody's cool with it.
I hear the Principality is investing heavily into this year's race. I forgot you had a sister. Isn't she a fair bit younger than you?
That's right, although her age belies her intellect. She has a quick wit and a sharp mind, neither of which I can hope to rival. I may be the heir to the throne, but that doesn't stop her from meddling in her hapless brother's affairs.
I think she's about 17 or 18 maybe, but I hear she's wise beyond her years.
It's an honor to greet the champion of the race in person. I truly feel like the luckiest girl in all the world. The dead heat at the end was quite nerve-wracking. I was on the edge of my seat. It reminded me of that famous scene from Perfect Driver 2.
Ah, so you saw that movie. Words cannot express how happy I am to hear that.
Should we feel bad for her that she's fully gray at the age of 17 or 18? That's rough.
Ooh, this is my chance to look cool in front of Yume and Paulette.
By hitting on a princess in front of them? I'm not sure that's how that works.
The moment the studio offered me the part of Max, I felt as though the wheel of fate was at work. The character and I shared a number of commonalities, even beyond our similar-sounding names.
Ah, that's quite interesting. I'd very much like to hear more.
Yeah, that's white hair. This is gray hair.
They say you did all of your own stunts during your racing scenes. Is that true? Oh, and would you consider asking the producers to make Alzheim the filming location for the third movie? I'd very much appreciate that.
What's with this girl? Her passion is overwhelming.
Oh, hey, could I get another interview? Maybe this time with both of you.
It looks like that'll drag on for a while. I think we'll go ahead and take our leave.
Not a bad idea. You've got a dinner rush to prepare for.
Hey, Mommy! Can we ride the Ferris wheel?
Of course, sweetie, but only once, okay? I'll see you both later.
Okay. I've played enough Trails games. They're going to be up in the Ferris wheel and some incident's going to happen and we're going to have to save them. That's how this always goes.
All right. Goodbye for now.
We'll see if I'm right.
Well, it'll be a pain. But we should probably stick around for a while longer.
Yes, we have work to do. Why don't we ask Marielle if she knows anything about this?
Huh? Hey, Where'd Paulette go?
Wait, isn't that...
Oh, right. I heard about them from my brother.
After the award ceremony drew to a close, Van and Elaine met up with Maria. They decided to have a little chat with her in the beer garden outside.
I never thought I'd run into you two here. Did you come to watch the race together?
We're here on business, actually. Van and I have a few questions for you. But first, let's catch up.
Okay, so is their catching up going to be the part that's voiced, and then their actual talking about the case, the part that's unvoiced?
Why are you covering a Grand Prix race? I thought politics was more your speed. Entertainment column needed extra hands or something?
Actually, it was my call. I wanted to branch out and try something new. I need to expand my horizons if I ever want to catch up to him. Maybe someday, I can push the bar even higher.
Maybe a trail beyond the horizon?
That's why I'm charging forward into unknown waters. Full speed ahead!
You're just a bundle of energy, aren't you? Well, if you know what you want to do, I ain't gonna discourage you. Give it your all out there, all right? Make him proud.
I'll be rooting for you as well. We both have a lot to live up to, so let's keep up the good work.
Yeah, I still don't believe he's actually dead because nobody's actually dead in Trails.
Yeah, thanks for the encouragement. Okay, that's enough about me. So, you mentioned you're here on business, right? Ooh, this might serve as inspiration for my next story. Let's hear it.
All right, here's the lowdown.
Got her up to speed on the ongoing murder case.
So, the rumors were true.
Okay, I'm wrong. The voice acting's continuing.
The police and the CID have been keeping a tight lid on the situation, but that hasn't stopped me from digging into it on my own.
Oh yeah? Well, that makes this easy for us.
Did your investigation bear any fruit?
I guess you could say that. I, kinda, sorta, maybe ran into the culprit.
Oh, well, that's easy. Wait, this is where it cuts off? Okay. Anyway. Are you serious? You really ran into them? Well, I'm not, like, 100% sure. I guess it's possible my mind was playing tricks on me. All happened 2 weeks ago. I was covering the final qualifying round of the Z1 Grand Prix. Some reason, my camera was acting a little funny that day, so I left in a hurry to get it checked. And because I was in a rush, it took a route that, in hindsight, wasn't exactly the safest. Came face to face with a man wearing a black trench coat. Had that hat pulled down over his eyes, so I couldn't get a good look at his face. But I realized immediately it was bad news. The moment I saw him, I was totally paralyzed from head to toe. While I was standing there, completely frozen in place, he walked right past me. When I was finally able to turn around, he was gone. Next morning, I heard there were bodies found near that very same passageway. Police told the press they were victims of a gang fight, but I didn't buy that for a second. That's why I started to look into it in my downtime. Sounds like you practically brushed shoulders with the culprit around the same time as the incident. It's a wonder you're even here right now. Or even alive right now, rather. You really do have devil's own luck, you know that? It's too bad the victims didn't share your good fortune. Speaking of, I was looking into those unidentified bodies. Believe it or not, I was able to dig up a name. I think it was Desire or something. Yeah, those guys. We ran into them during one of our 4 SPGs last year. Oh, did they die? Well, well. They're a gang here in the capital that had ties to Almada. Those guys have been stirring the pot all over the place since the end of last year, apparently. I received numerous reports of violence, fraud, and acts of aggression on their account against other criminal entities. The guild has been keeping tabs on them as a result. What I heard, they've been uncharacteristically quiet of late. Could it be they're involved in this case somehow? You really think so? The more I think on it, the more the pieces seem to fit together. Maybe. I still think it's too early to make any solid conclusions. Except for one thing, you need to steer clear of this case. Start poking your nose where it don't belong, and you'll start finding yourself sleeping with the fishes real soon. Hey, why do you have to go and put that image in my head? Are you trying to give me nightmares? Okay, fine. I'll try not to cross into the line of fire. We'll just tiptoe around the edges. I swear to Helios. I need to wrap this case up quickly for her sake. To recap, we learned two things. There was a survivor of the incident at Riverside, and Desire may be involved. What do you make of all this? Well, first, I think it's a given that Desire is wrapped up in this somehow. Their friends were murdered there 2 weeks ago, so they were probably up in arms and clamoring for revenge. Bet they charged headlong into Riverside 3 days ago to find the culprit and then got their asses beat. We're still missing a few pieces to this puzzle, but the picture's becoming clearer. What we need right now is proof, so why don't we pay Desire a little visit? Huh, wait, you know where their base is at? I know its approximate location, yes. The guild has been gathering information on them for quite some time now. Their members respond in the 9th district. What, the Center Marché? That's right, there's a strong chance their base of operations is located there. Now, let's say we find them and crash their little party. Now you're speaking my language. Cool.
Let's do this.
I do love the, like, instant load times. Those are very nice. I'm guessing it's longer on, like, the Switch and whatnot, but on PS5, it's very nice. Marcus is bustling as ever. People are packed in here like sardines. Hardly a surprise, seeing as how this is the largest marketplace in the capital, and that's why it's popular with CD types as well. I can't believe we're coming here together again after all these years. You're telling me. Feels like it was just yesterday when we were dropping by to pick up supplies for the student council. Pastor and just loved pushing that job onto me. I wasn't even a real member, damn it. I mean, you may as well have been one, considering how much work you ended up doing for us in the end. Alright, enough reminiscing. We gotta figure out where those Desire punks are holed up. Right, let's start by asking around. Catching a whiff of something here. Smells like trouble. Maybe I should check the bulletin board just in case. Yep, well, these are back. Okay. Basically, red is required, blue is an event, and green is optional. So here's the thing, we still have no money, so as much as I'd like to go out of these shops and buy stuff, yeah, we have no money, so that's not gonna really work.
Take a look at my wares.
So there's not much we could do on that
Anything strike your fancy?
Purchase weapons and armor. Yeah, that sounds nice. So why do they give me... Okay, why do they give me stores when there's been no... there's no way for me to have money. There's no way. I would love to be... I'd love to buy new stuff. I have no money. I have nothing to sell. So... That's fun.
Thanks.
Anyway, oh wait, there's a side quest over here. Cool,
right.
Side quest. I need money. New up-and-coming patisserie in the Center Marché by the name of whatever that is has been the subject of an unseemly rumor recently. As a fellow vendor in the marché, I refuse to let the matter go unresolved. If you'd be willing to discuss this issue further, you'll find me at my stall. Hey, it's Kenny. Loved him in South Park. Press left to open the to-do list. There you can... Okay. You can check your requests. That's what it's saying. But luckily in these games there's a giant exclamation mark about where to go to, so that makes my life easy. Hey there, you the Kenny that put out the request? That'd be me, yes. I'm assuming that makes you the Spriggan. And you, I feel like I've seen you somewhere before. Yeah, you definitely have, my dude. I get that a lot. It's likely you have me confused with someone else. Sure. Great response. I'm just your average citizen looking to lend a hand to the Spriggan. Anyway, why don't you start by explaining your request to us? Right, of course. Where to begin? You either be familiar with that? I don't believe I am. Huh, I know they're that other patisserie that opened at the end of last year, right? The guy opening it used to be involved with some rough type, so I heard he had a pretty hard time bringing in customers at first. Now, though, word's been getting out about how great his sweets are. Stuff's top notch, apparently. Haven't had the pleasure of trying it myself, though. For the expert. Sounds like you have quite the sweet tooth. If I may, have you had the chance to try the sweets at our shop? You opened about the same time as them, right? Not yet, but I've definitely had my eye on you guys. Maybe I'll come back when I have more time. Then I await your patronage. Back to your request, this rumor about... them. Oh, that's new. What are they saying? Well, I hate to contribute to all the gossip, but I've heard they're using spoiled ingredients. Spoiled ingredients? Huh, that sure sounds like an issue. There's been no word of anyone getting food poisoning, but people are complaining of the flavors tasting a bit off. And this has the potential to ruin the reputation of everyone in the district. And considering we sell baked goods as well, turning a blind eye would spell nothing but trouble. Anyway, once you have proof of his wrongdoing, I'd like for you to bring none to me. I'll try to convince him to use more quality ingredients. If this were to be taken to the police or the bracers, it's likely that suspicion would be placed over the entire marché. You contacted a Spriggan so that you could keep it self-contained, didn't you? That's correct. So does it sound like a request you're willing to take on? Looks like you're in a tough spot. But it's hard to believe that they would do something to jeopardize their recent rise in popularity. I suppose it's possible that they're using cheap ingredients to keep down costs. Some places will do anything for more money in their pockets. Anyway, as someone who had his eye on him, this is personal. Fleeing for SPGs will raise the alignment bit by bit. So that's back to. But basically, everything raises chaos, and then it'll randomly pick a different one that it boosts. Alright, we're on the case. For the record, I'm fairly knowledgeable about Center Marché. If leave getting proof up to us, we'll be sure to take care of it. Thank you very much. Now then, let's start by asking people in the area who might have some info. Market manager is Old Man Romaine, right? If anyone knows anything, it'd be him. Should also talk to Sabrina, one of the food truck owners. Plenty of contacts, plus she handles ingredients for restaurants throughout the marché. Whenever I need to investigate something in the area, I tend to rely on her. In that case, I'll go ahead and talk to one of Marché's brokers, Malcolm. Does a lot of business with Victor at Montmartre and some other places around town. I'm sure I'll have some insight in the situation. Well, it sounds like neither of us has any shortage of personal connections. Let's start by talking to those three. Right, let's get going.
Well, we're on the clock now.
Starting for SPGs will present top. Yeah, you press, instead of talking to them regularly, you press square to talk about the topic. That's how That's all that was explained.
Take a look at my wares.
All stuff that was in Daybreak 1. Hi.
Got a question for you.
Well, here's a couple of familiar faces. Don't suppose you're here to buy some vegetables? What's the problem? Sorry for the trouble, but we wanted to ask you a few questions. If that's alright with you, of course. That rumor. Yeah, I've heard it too. I'm being honest though, I think it's just a load of nonsense. You seem pretty confident about that. I take it you trust Dunn? More or less. Listen, I know where Dunn came from, and I get that's easy to get the wrong idea. The boy's serious about his business. Got a good eye for ingredients too. It was just a one-off thing I would understand, but he isn't the type to make the same mistake twice. Talked to him about this myself, one-on-one, and he seems just as confused about the whole mess as I am. Praise from you isn't something to scoff at. I guess Dunn's someone's really got it together, huh? You bet you're behind. Anyway, maybe these complaints are just some kind of misunderstanding. Like I said, Dunn's always been keen on using the most quality ingredients available to him. Passion like that can't be faked. If I say we should just ignore the rumor for now, that way it won't have nothing to feed off of. Thank you for your input. Well, while we're on the subject, can I ask you about the other patisserie? I mean, Kitty's shop. Well, the stuff's certainly not bad, though you don't hear a ton of praise about them neither, for better or worse. Seems like they get fewer newcomers than Dunn's, though. So you think that's contributed to a rivalry between the two? Wouldn't say it's impossible, that's for sure. Alright, thanks a lot. This was really helpful.
Hey there. How's business treating you?
Well, I got some info, I guess. Yo, Cross, how's it going? We're dealing with rivalry bakeries, apparently.
They've got more stuff on offer now than they did back in our day.
That's true. The trade business is flourishing more and more every year. It would be nice to wander around here again sometime. When we're off the clock, of course.
Let me ask you something.
There's so much to see.
Hopefully you're doing well. This isn't Elaine, and you're wearing your normal clothes on duty today? Yeah, that's not it. I'm just here helping with his work. There's something we'd like to ask you here. A Spriggan, are you? Yeah, I've heard the rumor. Not too bad. I see you abandoned the early streams because I was the only one who liked it. Yeah, everybody else seemed to hate it. They liked the novelty the one time, and then they didn't like it. So that was pretty universal. Seems like there's more than a few people in the Marche that believe it. Sure, that has a lot to do with what they know of Dunn's past. Does seem to be what their reasoning is based on. He's used to shady business, or I knew he'd go back to his old ways. And that's just a few of the things I've heard people saying. Everyone's got something to say, huh? Well, not like I can deny impressions matter. That being said, it's a little hard to justify their opinions when the rumors are baseless. Although, I suppose we don't know the whole truth yet. We need to remember to remain unbiased here. Anyway, do you know anything else? Not really. Dunn and I aren't particularly close. There's not much more I can say, to be honest. Alright, thank you for your help.
The Center Marche really does have everything.
It's so lively.
But yeah, I guess we'll just stick with this for now. I mean, if there's a time where I have to stream earlier, then I'll bring him back for that. But yeah, it seemed pretty universal. People did not like it. Hey there, how's business? I'm learning people are creatures of habit. You change the habit and they don't like it. So. This is the Spriggan from Old Town. Something I could do for you? Yeah, I wanted to ask you about some of the going-ons at Marche. I've heard the rumor, been keeping an eye on his shop myself. I was even thinking of helping him out with his supply purchasing recently, you know, to give his business a boost. Now, I can really only watch from afar. Guess that means you believe Dunn's guilty? I'm totally neutral here. It's a bit of a toss-up whether or not it's all true. Anyway, Dunn's been able to keep out of hot water so far because of his popularity, but he's going to need to keep that rumor in check. It's possible that some people from his past are coming back to haunt him. It could simply be the work of someone who's jealous of his success. Can't argue with that. It's not just a rumor. There really is something wrong with his sweets, right? He has unfortunately received a few complaints, and every one of them mentioned the fruit sauce on his featured dish. Because of that, there's not really not much more I can do for the kid. Not if there's a smidgen of truth to them. Hey, if you can, do your best to find out what's really going on here. Don't worry, I always finish what I start. Thanks for your help. It's for the best. This is one of the 2 days I have stuff going on anyways. Fair, fair. That's everyone we wanted to speak to. Let's go get some answers from Dunn. Yeah, I think we have a pretty good grasp on what others think of him now. Let's go. Do we save Scum in case we get this wrong? Because there's probably going to be some questions, right? It's usually how this goes. Oh, well, okay, so much for that. Thanks a ton. Come again. They weren't kidding about this place being popular. Like the rumor hasn't any effect at all. Maybe word hasn't actually spread yet. I mean, I doubt he'd have that many customers if they thought they were gonna get sick. Hey, that was going on here. What's the deal, old man? Is there a problem with my sweets? Problem? Yeah, I got a problem. The sauce on my cannelle has gone bad. Oh, okay. If I eat this and start puking, what are you gonna do about it? The hell are you talking about? There's no way that's true. What kind of attitude is that to take with a customer? You clearly ain't been raised right, boy. I want a refund. Give me back my money. The hell I will. Sorry about that. Yeah, something's up. Let's ask him what's going on. Hey, can I get a cannelli? Sorry, not right now. I gotta look into something. Can you let us look into it with you? The hell? Might be able to give you a hand here. I'm just happy that everyone not named Tampa. I'm just happy that everyone not named Tampa in Colorado sucks. Yeah, we had AHLers up and down our lineup today, and we somehow won. So, even against Colorado. So, NHL's weird right now. Finally, that guy returned. It was definitely one of yours, right? Guess so. The berry sauce was mine too. First, I thought he was trying to give me something he bought ages ago. But there's no way that dough wasn't baked this morning. Maybe I really did use some bad sauce. You don't seem convinced. I'd like to believe I didn't. But looking at it now, I'm losing confidence. This is the 5th time this has happened. Never screw up like this. This is pathetic. Anyway, I'm guessing you were sent here to look into my shop, huh? Well, here it is, crumbling under my inexperience. I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. I gotta make things right. I'm begging you, please don't report me to the cops. Look, man, I'm a Spriggan. I'd never do something like that. This seems like it was a genuine mistake, so we'll just be on our way. Definitely something weird going on with this case. But after seeing all that, there's a lot that's not adding up here. Yeah, we should go over what we've learned. So this rumor that they're using spoiled ingredients. Market managers said it was bogus, but there's obviously been some complaints. Yeah, Dunn himself said that the cannelli sauce was bad. Not only is he starting to doubt his skills as a chef, but he feels responsible for fixing the issue. Need to determine whether this rumor is true or false. Yeah, it's still possible that he bought cheap ingredients on purpose. By the way, going back to Kenny's request, wanted us to find proof so that he could convince Dunn to use more quality ingredients. In other words, he doubted Dunn from the beginning. So what do you think is really going on here? Honestly, Dunn doesn't strike me as the type to put on a performance. I think the chances are pretty high that someone set him up. I think so too. So only one person who stands to gain from Dunn's downfall. Suppose that means we have a clear answer then. Yeah. It's... I mean... It's not Dunn. It's either Kenny... It has to be Kenny, not the man who complained about sauce. Feels like a lot of this NFL season. Cool that Lacombe put on TMS. Yeah, I was kind of surprised, but I'm happy about it. It has to be Kenny. Right? Kenny guy is pretty suspicious. You think so too, right? He talked about putting in this request for the sake of Marsh and Dunn, but seems awfully confident that Dunn was using spoiled ingredients. He even admitted he wanted proof of Dunn's wrongdoing. Right, and that customer we saw had to be in on it too. Betting those two arranged it so we'd be there when he made a scene. That cannoli he had was probably also prepared by Kenny. Or maybe he tampered with one of Dunn's. Even Dunn was fooled. It's likely that he brought it from his shop beforehand. And there he put some spoiled sauce on it. Is that right? Yep. Kenny's also a professional making baked goods. So I'm sure he'd have no problem making a sauce just like Dunn's. You know, having you help out saves me loads of time. No need to explain all the extra bits. Thanks to your powers of observation, I haven't had to work all that hard either. So what do we do now? Good question. I've got an idea. You're gonna want it at CP? Oh, probably... Actually, I'm kind of curious. Could I have gotten 2? Did I get the answer wrong? Okay, I looked it up to double check. I was correct. I got the right answer. So, yeah. It's just weird. You usually get 2 CP for getting it right, so, yeah. So we weren't able to find any definitive proof, but from what we saw, it does seem like Dunn was using spoiled ingredients. That's so? How could he? By the way, we've already reported this to the market manager. Decided that it would be best to have Tode Dunn close shop for 3 months. Meanwhile, he'll be barred from selling food anywhere else. 3 months? That's a bit harsh, but I suppose it's what he deserves. Hope Dunn uses this experience to change for the better. This is exactly the outcome I was hoping for. I don't know how I can ever thank you. I'm sure it would have all come out eventually. Thanks to you, it was solved before there was any real damage done. Hearing you say that makes me glad that I spoke up. Thank you very much. I'll send your payment along shortly. There's no problem. We'll be on our way. Now then. What's this? Follow Kenny. Get too close to the target, they will notice you. Firstly, if the target strays too far, the trail will be... Well, this is new. Maintain a safe distance while keeping the target in sight. If the target is too... Okay, lower the found gauge by hiding yourself behind hiding yourself with shards. Gauge is filled, the target will be notified of your presence. When your gauge... If the gauge is filled, you'll lose track of your target. Okay. Worst edition? I love stealth, it's great. This game has an in-game? Oh. Well, that'll be interesting. Yeah, I've heard this is a lot of people's least favorite Trails game, so that'll be interesting. Let's play through a Judgment. Yeah, when we actually get to that game, it's gonna be interesting, because there will already be like 30 new Yakuza games. It very much is for obvious reasons, but it plays well. Especially I know for Katie Suffering was for one battle that was so late into the game. We'll see how much I struggle. I didn't really struggle. There was one fight I struggled with in Daybreak, and that was basically it. I didn't really struggle that much as a whole. Well, that's great. I can't see. Well, this is fun. I'm not big on stealth in general. But you know.
There's so much to see.
This seems like especially boring. I don't really know what to say to make this entertaining. I'm literally just moving forward incrementally. Yeah, I don't know. Am I supposed to do something else, or... Yeah, I agree. Just make... Am I supposed to, like, go up to him or something now, or... So walk up on him? Oh, well, I didn't know that. I thought I was still... I thought I was supposed to keep hiding. Okay. They don't tell you that part? Okay. So I'm not just dumb. It's the man who complained about the sauce. Yep, that's a bingo. Good, nice work. Here's your payment. Thanks. Let me know if there's anything else I can help you with. You know, the sprint ended up being an easier mark than I thought. He even sent the market manager on his own. He even went to the market manager on his own, closed him down for 3 whole months. I'm sure Dunn had no problem admitting to his crimes. With one more little push, we can get him out of the marsh forever. Yeah, I don't think so. Looks like you finally revealed your true colors. Ultimate goal was to get Dunn to close up shop entirely. Well, there's no way you're gonna worm your way out of this one. We had ample motive for wanting to get rid of a rival, not to mention you'd have no problem recreating Dunn's cannoli and sauce. What's more, you were in cahoots with that customer from earlier. And your words just now were the final nail in the coffin. I recorded all of it. Confess and come along quietly. Wait, if you really believe I'm at fault here, then... why is Dunn closing down his shop? We lied. Though we did inform Dunn and the market manager about our setup. It looks like it worked. Can't believe you tried to tear me down like that. And someone in the same line of work, no less. Like I care what you think. Some punk like you shouldering in on my customers. That's a unique way of speaking. There's nothing but... You're nothing but low-life scum. I think we all know who the real scum is, and it's not done. He never stooped to your level. Anyway, let's make sure Kenny here gets his just desserts. What should we suggest? Turning him into the police? Selling him on... Nope. Enjoy the police, bud. We should take him to the police if we want him to receive proper punishment. This is a clear-cut case of impeding someone else's business. Beyond that, I'm sure all your plotting could probably give you an even longer rap sheet. And if that happens, you'll be at odds with Senator Marsh and his policies. That means you'll have to completely withdraw your shop from the area. You reap what you sow. Sounds about right to me. You'll get just enough time with the cops to think on what you did. I wasn't supposed to turn out like this. After that, Market Manager Romaine was informed of the crime done, put in, and a claim to the police via the Bracer Guild. After the rumor about that was a lie spread to the shops throughout Marsh. Was I too harsh? I don't know, but I enjoyed it. I owe you big time. Can't thank you enough. By the way, your award money's coming from Kenny, right? Well, he's the one who started this mess. Only makes sense he pays. We intend to be greatly compensated for the trouble. Glad to hear it. But I gotta give you guys something too. Wouldn't feel right if I didn't. Here, take a bunch of my Pride and Joy canellis. Chocolate Crunch Canelli obtained. Sweet. There's so many, thank you. Is everything okay? They're so popular, I didn't think we'd get a chance to try any. This is awesome. Seriously, don't hesitate to let me know if you ever need help. You could get them on retention plan just with sweets. Don't mention it.
That takes care of that.
How much money did we get paid? Ooh. Oh, I got law for that? Oh, I thought that was maybe more cruel. I don't know what law or chaos even is anymore. Certain choices within the game will greatly affect fans' alignments. I mean, sure. Let's go get new gear. And then now we have a little money. Maybe we'll have enough to do other stuff. Which one was the... Oh, was this the gear one down here? One of these was the gear one.
Take a look at my wares. Anything strike your fancy?
Okay. So these are better for both of them. Cool. Speed kills in this game. We are well aware of that. And just like that, we're already broke again. Love that for us, actually.
Thanks.
I love being broke. It's great. It's my favorite pastime. I love it so much, I do it IRL too. It's just, it's a great pastime.
Oh, hello. Welcome.
Ooh. That would have been nice.
You're welcome back anytime.
Well, whenever we actually get money, there's a lot of stuff for us to buy. I'm guessing we'll be able to come back here later in the game, but yeah, we have no money, so we're kind of screwed. But we'll get it later when we have more money. Look what we have here, cigarette butts. What does that prove? There's quite a few scattered about. Now, there must have been a gathering here not long ago. Almost positive said gathering was a group of Desire Thugs, but if we want to track them down, we'll need a little more to go on. Might be time to give that thing a test run. By that thing, do you mean the Shard Search app? That's the active search system that allows you to use shards to track various things over a wide area. It's developed by Marduk, correct? Yep, they just pushed out an update that improves its accuracy. I think we can track them by following the trace elements of tobacco that are lingering in the air. Execute a shard search with R3. Hidden places and objects will become visible upon use.
Okay, let's give this shard search thing a whirl.
It will be interesting to see if the update improved its accuracy any. It picked up on something.
Good thing
It's
nobody
tobacco
else
scent.
smokes
Same
in
one
this
that came from the
universe.
cigarette butts those Desire guys tossed. Let's see where it leads.
If anybody else smoked in this universe, we'd be screwed. You've got Batman's detective gear. We do. This is the place. There are signs of multiple people going in and out. Doors unlocked. Very nice of them. Not mistaken, this place was abandoned a long time ago. It used to serve as a sewer system. I suppose a place like this would make for a good hideout. Anyway, little app certainly is handy. If there's anything I've learned today, it's that Marduk is not to be underestimated. Got that right. Also, don't want to underestimate these guys. Let's make sure we're ready before we head in. Good! We get to go into the sewers, you guys! It's not a Trails game unless you head into the sewers.